So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us for the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. Well, they do say all roads lead to Rome, and perhaps it's also true to add that all Roman roads lead to the Olimpico. This gargantuan amphitheatre rarely fails to deliver, certainly when it comes to providing sporting entertainment of the highest order. This is always a game of consequence.
Well, I for one don't think that just because there's nothing resting on it, Peter, a game can lose its edge, and certainly not when you're facing opponents like this. So I hope the players will approach this with real professionalism.
And already we're underway here. Pride, tradition, the game neither dares lose. Haaland. Kusanov. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
This fella Gundogan is just pure class, Peter. Technically, we know he's very sound. He pretty much dictates the tempo and very precise with everything he does. And let's not forget what he's really added to his game over the years. Goals.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Tries a shot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Sure, has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Nico Gonzalez. Kusanov. And Akanji. And Kusanov. Vardiol. That's Gundogan. Now it's Haaland. Garnacho. And the shot's on here. Can he put it away? It's loose and there's the shot! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And that is as far as they're going to go. Pops him off it and wins back the ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
They've won a corner. Gundogan plays it short. And the header! Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
Great ball if he can get there. He has found the way through. Ortega has that under control. Kusanov. Ugarte does really well to win the ball there. Aimed in towards the centre. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Ahmad really added the width there thanks to his willingness to make the run.
And now they can spring out of defence. And the pass is intercepted. De Ligt. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Martinez. And it's Shaw. Ugarte. Bruno Fernandes. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, super find. De Ligt gets over and intercepts. Diogo Dalot. To Bruno Fernandes. And it's Shaw. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And he's in on goal. He's got the shot away. And it's in. And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Manchester United are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Akanji promptly onto that, and that is that. Manchester United looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Shaw.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Shaw. There he goes, motoring forward. And that's a good intervention. Matheus Nunes. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, you could see he was eager to get a shot away, but there was too much flesh and bone in his path. What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Bruno Fernandes. Gundogan. Gonzalez. And there is the half-time whistle. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Well, you have to say it's a game that has very much lived up to the pre-game expectations. Passions running pretty high, rivals going at each other 100 miles an hour. You wonder whether they can keep this up. Manchester United in control at half-time. 2-0. They've done it! Oh, I think it's been called offside. Yes, it has.
Yeah, the assistant called it correctly. There's some disagreement, as usual, but they've got it right.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Always onto this. Gundogan. Ball played for Matheus Nunes. No way through. Nico Gonzalez. Now it's Haaland. And it's Bernardo Silva. Martinez. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes goes steaming forward. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Gets a good foot in there. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. Matheus Nunes. Bruno Fernandes spots it and intercepts. Nico Gonzalez. Manchester United, with this handy-looking 2-0 lead, they are looking comfortable. Throw it. Matheus Nunes. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. And that's another throw. Another throw-in.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.113
Kanji kept
spettatori.
aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Vardiol. Could be danger here. Here's Nico Gonzalez. Eight Nouri. And it's Gundogan. Can he latch on to this? Bruno Fernandes. Ugarte, given the lift of his goal. And it's Shaw. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
And that has put paid to that. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Bruno Fernandes. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? This is their second corner of the game. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Diallo finds himself offside.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Bruno Fernandes. And he's had a hit! That carried quite a threat. Gundogan. Foot in. Garnacho. Gundogan. Haaland. Pass somewhat off target. Into the last quarter of an hour. And it's Shaw. That's good play. Just eases him off the ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Shaw. Ugarte. Real chance! And again! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Manchester United have time on their side now, as well as a two-goal lead. It is just about done. Ugarte. Bruno Fernandes. Stones. Bernardo Silva. Now Ugarte. Ugarte. Bruno Fernandes. Stood up well to him there. Gundogan did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Diogo Dalot. Driving. Great chance!
Il quarto uomo indica
Oh,
2
fine
minuti di
stop from the
recupero.
keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Manchester United have their third corner. Chance for the header! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Stones. Foden. He's found a way through. That looks a good ball through. Now it's Bernardo Silva.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
Gundogan goes short. And he's got his cross. Tries a header! No, he didn't quite meet it right. And there goes the final whistle. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Ugarte picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, how will we look back on that?
Manchester United really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
Well, thanks for your company, Jim, and a very good day to you. Manchester United going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again. Who is going to come out on top this time? Truly colourful scenes here, apt indeed for one of the most diverse and multicultural cities, that is Amsterdam, and those inside this shimmering arena demand the very best. Well, it's as friendly as it can be in the circumstances, but you feel the rivalry.
Well, exhibition match sounds like an easy-ozy game of football, Peter, and a picture-perfect occasion until the word pride gets a mention. And it's likely to have quite a big say between teams that could easily be sucked into an excuse.
Oh, what a mistake! And he's managed to beat absolutely everyone. Szoboszlai. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I've always been impressed with how this guy, Szoboszlai, has been able to combine physicality and the finesse.
Oh, what has happened here? Chooses to go back. Mounts! And again! A real chance and a real let-off.
Oh, his instinct was brilliant, but not the finish.
Bradley. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Mount. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Gakpo.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
Great defending, strong and determined. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Back into the middle. Oh, nicely intercepted. Mohamed Salah. And it's Shaw. Oh, he's found support out wide. Keeper's ball. Mount. He's had a hit! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Really was just waiting to pounce on any slip-up, and he was gifted a chance.
Robertson. Gakpo. Can he get it through? Konate cuts out the pass.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Shaw takes a look up. Shaw delivers. Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he's there to clear it. Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. It's really nicely played. Szoboszlai. Half an hour played now. And it's Shaw. Martinez. Mount. And that has been clubbed away. Manchester United have their second corner now. De Ligt. Garnacho. Out of play for a goal kick. Done delicately. No, that's been intercepted. Mount has a shot! Great effort, beautifully taken.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Gakpo providing an outlet on that flank. De Ligt simply refused to be outdone there. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. 5 minutes till the break. Manchester United finding their passes. And he was alert to it. That's a sharp pass. Shaw in acres of space out wide. Ahmad! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Shaw. Bruno Fernandes. He's gone for goal! A skipper's goal!
Well, that's just changed both managers' team talks at half-time too. What a magnificent piece of play by the skipper to create a really buoyant atmosphere in his own dressing room now, and a very uncertain one in the other.
Number 8.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
There's the whistle for half-time. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0. Reflections on the first half?
A lead that's fully justified for me. They've shown some excellent counter-attacking now, and it's paying dividends.
Manchester United happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Has a goal! Defending of the desperate variety. He's tried one! And he opts to go forward. De Ligt. To Martinez.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And that was very necessary. And that's been won straight back. Mount does really well to win the ball there. Chips it through. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Gakpo, and that has put paid to that. Still just a single goal between the sides. Mount goes steaming forward. He is through here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Diogo Dalot. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the player.
Chance! chance! And he nearly went all the way.
Well, we can't question the quality of the run. He'll have to answer for the rest.
Bradley, he's gone forward, and it's Salah.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Mohamed Salah tries a shot! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Mohamed Salah certainly had a very good sight of goal, and he would have fancied a better outcome then.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Oh, that's fabulous. They're urging him to shoot. Great hit! It's off target and by quite a way.
Yeah, they got away with it, but that was a defensive letdown to see him march through like that.
Engages and forces him off the ball. That's a shade optimistic. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Liverpool can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
He's through, now is he in? Shot a goal! And he's found the net! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Manchester United can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Zirkzee coming on here as broadly expected.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, extra time looms now, but that leveller creates great impetus, and they've got to fancy their chances of pinching victory from what looked like the jaws of defeat. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. Manchester United merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Konate. Who saw this coming? Manchester United certainly weren't expecting this.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Diogo Dalot. Swings in across. Goes in for the header! Oh, it's in! And that may just do it! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Manchester United take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
And he's managed to get free. That has been knocked clear. And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Now, who's going to be first to this? Bruno Fernandes. Van Dijk. McAllister. And that's it. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment. Bruno Fernandes picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. The end of the game. Reflections?
Manchester United really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result...
Well, hello and welcome one and all to what is a very special day on the English football scene. It's the day Arsenal meet Manchester United, two giant institutions of the game that also happen to be amongst its most decorated. This a fixture which has been globally recognised as one of the defining rivalries of recent years. Rivalry often personal between managers and players, and down to the fact that both have so excelled. Every game akin to gladiatorial combat and decorated with wonderful attacking football, crunching physicality. Faces have come and gone and rivalry has entered into a new era, but there is one thing that never changes, and that is the fact that neither of these sides can bear the idea of losing to the other, and that on its own a factor sufficient to make this utterly unmissable. So all eyes on HA9. This famous stadium still very much the venue historically for football globally.
Well, this is undoubtedly a mouth-watering encounter. Certainly it has played a significant part in the history of the English game.
You can always count on there being something dramatic happening when these two come together. But there've been a fair share of grinds too. I'm expecting both sides to try and maximise their attacking threat, because when you look back over the years, the potency has been the big factor with these two teams, and always a hard one to call, but never far from exciting.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Mount. Oh, that's neat.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Up he goes! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Lewis Skelly. Manchester United have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. Now it's Ødegaard. Havertz! And that's gone behind for a goal kick.
And they're not going to make any further progress now.
Now it's Mount. Stood up well to him there. And that was very necessary. That is a great ball. Bruno Fernandes! Saliba gets it away. Good spot, he's seen the run. And that is out and behind, it's a good block. Manchester United have their second corner now. Gabriel tries to clear. And the volley. What a hit, the save was firm.
Well, I think a little eagerness just got the better of him. He may have been thinking about back-page headlines there.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Saka. Out for a throw. Now it's Ødegaard.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Shot a goal!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Rice. And Lewis Skelly. Martinelli. And he cuts out the supply. Rice. Now it's Havertz. De Ligt. Martinez. And the pass is intercepted.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now it's Havertz. Now it's Saka. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Ugarte. That has been cut short. Ugarte. Diallo providing an outlet on that flank. Tries a header! And the keeper couldn't hold
There will
it.
be 1 minute added time.
No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Mazraoui simply had to find something instinctive because of the unexpected way the ball came loose.
And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, there it is, half-time. Not a bad watch by any means. And the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate. And so we reach the break, and the game remains goalless. So we reach the halfway point.
Manchester United really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
Bruno Fernandes! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Bruno Fernandes really has just learned a lesson there. Your focus cannot lapse, even slightly.
Lewis Skelly. Martinelli is in a really good position out wide. He has found the way through. Mazraoui. Maguire could move up a gear here. Ahmad.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, and he's through the middle. Face to face with the keeper. And the shot! That's really well cleared.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
In with the challenge. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Mazraoui. He's cut it out. Martinelli. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. And it's Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes! He has done it! The breakthrough arrives at last! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
16.
Manchester United have fired themselves in front.
Well, whatever the manager said in that dressing room at half-time, it's worked a treat.
Now who's going to be first to this? He is through here. Havertz is flagged offside. And it's dealt with by the outrushing keeper. Mount going full tilt down the left. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Peter, they're leaving nobody guessing now. This is a decisive attempt to go further in front.
Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. He's gone for goal! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Certainly made himself a big nuisance in applying the pressure to force the error.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
No way through there.
Look, it's a run defences dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
And he's taking no chances there. Maguire. Havertz.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh no, no circumventing this opponent.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Lovely ball. Havertz!
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
He's taking on the lot of them. Diallo, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Zinchenko. He's got away. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Manchester United still ahead by the game's only goal. Bruno Fernandes! Trossard.
Manchester United can afford to settle on.
It's Casemiro! Just wouldn't stay down for him.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Manchester United close now to seeing this one through to the end. That's a throw. Ahmad. Great chance! And he hits the net! And with that goal comes comfort! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Two up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
The fullback is in acres of space here. He gets big. Good delivery, but no joy.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in. How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
So that's it. It is all over. Manchester United are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout, and their tactician-in-chief warm welcome to all of you on this utterly glorious day. Positive vibes all around us, nigh on perfect conditions. There is a thrilling football match in prospect here, and we will be getting underway very shortly. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly does.
Bruno Fernandes! And he nearly went all the way.
Well, at least the crowd are appreciative of his efforts.
Vicario with the clearance. Danso. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
It's hard not to be impressed with this guy, Pape Sarr. He's really developing his game as a mobile midfielder, box to box. He likes to get about the pitch. But I think the one thing that he's got to now begin adding to his game is finding a finish, getting on the end of things. And if he can do that, his game is going to step up a level.
Well, quite no argument for me on that one.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Always onto this.
Chance! It's in, and that looks to me very much like an own goal.
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
And the pass is intercepted. De Ligt kept his eye on it, and he's there. Oh, perfectly measured that.
There's no flag. Ahmad! He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. That's a decent clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Now here's the delivery. Oh, well played, well played.
Manchester United clearly are looking formidable down that left-hand side, the current supply route. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Manchester United are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Aimed beyond the defence. And it's pulled back. Solanke.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from the...
Garnacho!
Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
He's got away. Very nicely done.
Goes in for the header!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
And he's had it nicked away. Udogie has got himself a free kick. That is a great pick out.
Decent hit! And one more try! And he hits the net! Two up and threatening to pull clear.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
After 31 minutes is number 16.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Van der Ven. Played out towards the right wing. And that is expertly dealt with. Solanke bumps him off it and wins back the ball. He's free, he has got space. Can he finish?
Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
It's their second corner of the game. And he can clear it away. Tottenham are looking to go forward now. Diogo Dalot. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
He's having a go! It's off target and by quite a way.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Manchester United looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. 5 minutes till the break. Diogo Dalot.
Gets his head to it! Oh, split-second reaction.
Garnacho clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Sarr. Gray.
Can he put it away?
Been indicated.
Tell. And they've got a throw. Van der Ven. It's Bentancur.
He could be in here. Close it. Now the finish! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And they are pulling clear here.
And that really is so impressive. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, the contrast in fortunes here could not be much more stark. All smiles on one side, their qualities have shone through. But look across the other way, and there is nothing short of absolute deflation.
Peter, do I really need to say anything, or can I simply refer you to the scoreline?
Manchester United are cruising it at half-time, 3-0 ahead.
Big chance!
A whisker away from making it 4. Manchester United have their third corner. And he's there to clear it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Johnson. And it's Shaw. Well, that's an excellent interception. Johnson. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Bentancur. Solanke. Johnson.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And it's Shaw. Martinez, played back to the goalkeeper. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here, much more in your face.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him.
Shapes to shoot! Sticks it away! Yet another goal in an awesome performance! They are in complete charge! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Manchester United are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Johnson. It's gone out for a throw-in.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Gray. He's in, and the shot! It's in! What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
After 62 minutes is number 19, Solanke.
Tottenham grab a goal, but it's hard to see it as anything much more than a consolation. Diogo Dalot. Now Ugarte. And it's Shaw. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner.
Substitution in progress.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Tottenham have the chance to go the other way. Martinez. Ahmad. He was under real pressure there. Solanke. And it's gone back to the keeper. Danger averted for now. Ahmad. Danso. Van de Ven. Moved on forwards. Solanke. And it's Shaw. Spread it left. And through to the goalkeeper. Well read, nice interception. Van de Ven. Udogi. Danso makes the interception. Van de Ven. Bentancur. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Substitutions taking place.
Van de Ven. Sarr. Shaw. That's been cut out, well played. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Udogi. Sarr. Vicario gets it away. Now it's Richarlison. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Bentancur. Shaw goes on a charge down the left. And he's picked out the run.
Look, it's a run defences dislike, but the timing has to...
There's the shot! That is decidedly lacking. Bentancur. And that's gone loose.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Showing good feet. Deflected behind for a corner kick.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. 4 extra minutes added on. And it's Shaw. And that's it. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Ahmad voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Well, thanks for your company, Jim, and a very good day to you.